Hello my dear children, very good morning everybody. My name is Venugopalachari, a teacher of English language in Dr.Besant school. I am extremely glad to welcome every one of you for today's learning session. And in this video, I would like to continue the discussion of grammar skills from page number 11 to page number 16. So dear children, so let me recapitulate. So what actually had happened in the previous topic, and earlier we have seen, and a serious note, how you come across people who are visually and physically challenged. Do you ever wonder how different their lives may be when compared to yours? So if you ask me, I would say we are so fortunate and so blessed compared to physically and visually challenged people, because God has given us everything perfectly. We are able to think, we are able to work, we are able to run, we are able to do everything without any complaint. Whereas physically challenged people and visually challenged people, because they have their own difficulties in their walk of their normal life. So we try to understand their difficulty, never laugh at them. Okay, now let's hear. And let's see the different kinds of disabilities of people we found in the society. And as a class, discuss different kinds of disabilities that people may have. List at least 5 such disabilities in the space provided below. So now let's list out the different types of disabilities. Okay, like the first one is, for example, now we have 5 senses, no? So first one, okay, ears. So a person who loses, okay, the quality of hearing is a hard hearing in what you call is deafness. You know that, deafness. Okay? Likewise, a person who loses the, what you call eyesight. The sight of, losing the sight of eye is called a blind fellow. He is a blind person. Likewise, a person who has lost maybe his legs and arms, some of organs in his body, due to any accident or any other mishap. This is what you call is crippledness. These are what you call is crippledness or physically challenged people. And the next one is, some people and whose organs are very, very good, and whose legs are good and hands are good and whose face is good and mind is good, everything is good, but his thinking is not bad and he is unable to control his thinking process, and he talks differently, thinks differently, and he acts completely different from the ordinary people. This is what you call is mental illness. So mental illness, this is disorder of brain or mind. So usually we find some people on the road, roaming on the road, talking, singing, however they like. Likewise, and lack of speech, already we discussed lack of speech. Some people can't speak anymore. Their tongue position or something, and it is very hard for them to open their mouth. They can't speak anymore. That is what you call is dumbness. So in this space, we have listed varieties of disabilities the people are suffering in the society. Okay, now if you come to our exercise, identify, think about how these people can be helped. For example, the buildings have ramps for a person who is physically challenged. In the building sites, apartments and building sites, we have ramps so that physically challenged people can access very easily. Likewise, with your parents, discuss the facilities available to the people with disabilities in public places. You may also browse online or talk to other people to find information. Now let's find the best information and let's find the best facilities for all the physically and visually challenged people. How easily they can access and how easily they can move on in their personal life Okay, let's find the best information by consulting elders in our society. I mean, elders in the family, father, mother, brother, sister, grandpa, grandma, or whosoever is the best knowledge. Otherwise, you can take support of net and take support of elderly people, and let's find some best facilities for the crippled people. Let's discuss here. Okay, right. First one is given for you for better understanding. Transport. In the area of transport, buses, low steps are ramp for easy access, particularly and crippled people, physically challenged people. Whenever they want to aboard the bus, it's usually it's very much difficult for them to mount the bus. Mount the stairs. But for them, if the staircase comes down, automatically, they can go on easily, and automatically it unfolds. It folds again back to the bus. So if such system is there, already it has been found. It has been noticed and found in the buses. A sliding and a removable ramp can be attached when necessary and taken off by the buses in motion. So either may be adjusted with an electrical power or directly that can be taken outside and put it there, and after usage and again it is taken back when they got into the bus. This is the best example for understanding. Now let's find some more facilities, and how easily they can access in the public areas. Let's discuss now. For example, first one I'll give you buildings and apartments. Buildings and apartments. Here, particularly in buildings and apartments, and physically challenged people and visually challenged people, deaf people, different kinds of disabled people, they have some difficulty, particularly when somebody else knock the door and somebody else puts the calling bell. So they can't attend easily, or they can't even move up very easily like other people. So for them, so this is what you call it, moving lights. Moving light switches, moving light switches, door handles. So did you find anywhere? So this kind of facility in the apartments and buildings. Somewhere else, it is found and it is observed, but in the majority of the buildings and apartments it is not found. But if it is there, if such facility is there, it would be very happy for the crippled people. Yes. In a few apartments. Now, if it is fixed, on the surface of doors and walls, they will easily access. This should be designed for who have difficulty with reaching fast please. Dear children. Okay, next one. Again in the buildings and apartments, if you take an example, particularly in the times of danger, at times of danger, okay, physically challenged people and okay, deaf people and dumb people, okay, they cannot easily access and they have some difficulty, okay, to take an action. So for them, at times of danger and emergency, okay, if something audio-visual fire alarms are fixed on the walls, if that appears on the screen, so they can easily access and they can run away from the danger. They can save their lives. So that is the second point again. Again, buildings and apartments. Buildings and apartments. So here, audio, visual, fire alarms. Fire alarm. Actually, nowhere I have seen, in the best of my knowledge, okay, nowhere I have seen. In case you can find, you can write yes. But in case you find anywhere, maybe 1 or 2 apartments, okay, in the metropolitan cities, not like our towns, metropolitan cities, maybe only you can find. So it is actually mandatory in many buildings. It is mandatory. Mandatory means compulsory. It is mandatory in many buildings. Many buildings. Many buildings. Okay, it should be designed to those. It should be designed. It should be designed to those who suffer from audio problems. Who suffer from audio problems. Audio problems. Okay. And the last one is, shall I rub the board? Okay, last one. In the public places and indoors, to access very freely and to lead their lives very smoothly and happily, okay, they need some other facilities, and very widely we have seen, okay, people are using wheelchairs and likewise mobility scooters. So mobility scooters. Likewise, we have also seen, okay, walk-legged rubber hands, walk-legged rubber legs, and even athletes. Athletes also, okay, they have some, okay, legs, some iron, something, instruments. Okay, they can easily run, jump, and okay, they participate all activities very happily. Okay, so that here the third point is public places. Public places and indoors. So what is here? Wheelchairs and mobility scooters. Okay, yes, we found that, okay, everywhere this is, but required more of its number. So okay dear children, now if you have any other better ideas, okay, facilities, just better facilities for visually challenged and physically challenged people, okay, you can collect the information and keep with you when you come to school. And physically, okay, let's discuss, let's have a wonderful discussion in the class. And let's go for the next item. Dear children, so can I have the board? Yes. So don't worry about these notes. Detailed notes will be sent to your course lecturers. You can fill these notes very neatly. Okay. The next item is, if you turn the page, language to enhance rhythm. Read aloud the following poem. Hands on his hips, he hummed a happy hymn. Head over heels, he heard his heart swim. Pick the letters that most words in the poem start with. Write it here. So the entire stanza, this entire poem, okay. Okay, what is the letter covered here? Used. H. That is what is that? H. Notice that each line of the poem has a set of words that begin with the same or similar sounds. He hummed a happy hymn. He heard his heart swim. See, there is some, okay, a rhythmical voice, rhythmical, okay, a bass, okay, in these two lines. This is called alliteration. Alliteration brings together words which begin with the same sound. Okay, right. Likewise, if you come to 1.10, now consider the same lines of the poem, activity 1.9 again. He hummed a happy hymn. Let's replace a few words and then read again. He sang a happy chant. The above line, you know, the same sound is repeated in the same line, whereas the meaning of the above line is expressed using other words, replacing other words. Meaning is same, but whereas the sound effective, the rhythmical voice is missing in the second line, whereas meaning is same. Okay, he sang a happy chant. Discuss the following questions. Does it have the same effect as reading the first one? How different to the two versions of sound? How do you feel as you read each version? Okay, now let's write. Okay, briefly, in about 30 to 50 words, in the space provided below, to answer all the questions, let me give you very simple and very brief. Start writing, dear children. The two above lines express the same meaning. And found no much difference in theme, but the first one with alliteration, adds extra beauty. Adds extra beauty in sounding. And word frame. and word frame. It also catches one's attention. And makes someone stay for some time. Whereas the other line, it appears to be a thematical sentence. And tells its just meaning. So when compared to these two lines, we found a lot of difference in the sound effect, in the beauty of the sound, meaning. Right? Now, dear children, let's go for the next item. So, can I rub the board? Okay. Please come to 1.11. Go back to the poem. Be glad your nose is on your face. Identify at least one instance of alliteration in the poem. Underline the letter or letters that are repeated. Write the example or examples in the space provided below. So let's extract some of the lines from our poem. Be glad. Your nose is on your face, written by Jack Walensky. Okay? Let's write here. First one is your nose instead thickened. See, in this line, the word is repeated, tha sound is repeated, through thick and thin. So more times it is repeated. So that this is what you call as alliteration. And the second one is not pasted on some other place. So pasted place. Here the sound pa sound is repeated only 2 times. Likewise, for you would be forced to smell your feet. So here sound fa is repeated in this line. And next one is it would drive you to despair. So the da sound is repeated in the lines. So these lines are extracted from our poem. Okay, be glad your nose is on your face. And if we study in detail, okay, we can find the same sound is repeated thoroughly in each line. So this is what you call the quality of alliteration. Alliteration. Okay, dear children. Right, my dear children. Okay, now let's discuss the next items in the next class. And I hope everyone of you understand very clearly. Okay, and take practice and any doubts. Okay, let's discuss in detail afterwards. Thank you all very much. Meet again.